Imagine getting megged crazy in front of 70,000 people. These are the 15 illegal tricks that should be banned in football. And wait till you see the time Ronaldo destroyed one of the greatest defenders in the world. But first up, Di Maria ended a player's career with an insane skill move in 5 seconds. At the end of the 2012-13 season, Barca's legendary defender, Carlos Puyol, decided to announce that season was going to be his last. See, Puyol had been at Barca for over 15 years, so now he was calling it quits. The club was determined to give him a fitting send-off, particularly in the next match, because it was a freaking El Clasico. I'm pretty sure Puyol figured, after this one, he'd have a spectacular tribute on the final day. But Angel Di Maria wasn't prepared to wait that long and decided to retire him early. Wicked! Imagine making a 35-year-old man do the splits! Puyol got injured straight after and never played football again. Di Maria made a defender retire, but De Bruyne made a defender disappear. In the 2020 Manchester Derby, De Bruyne was repping his City team when they played United at Old Trafford. And I'm guessing the United coach told Phil Jones to stick tight to De Bruyne all game. But De Bruyne had him chasing shadows instead. And he still scored with it. De Bruyne owned Jones. As crazy as this is, it was just one guy. Mesut Ozil had 2 dudes sliding at the same time. In Arsenal's last group stage match in the 2016-17 Champions League, they went to Razgrad Ludogorets away from home, knowing they had to win. With the game tied at 1-1 coming into the final minutes, Mesut Ozil broke past the Ludogorets backline and he was in. With the pressure of qualification to the knockout stage on the line, most dudes would just blast a shot at goal and go for broke. But Ozil's built different, and instead, he had the Ludogorets' backline on strings. I said 2? Scratch that, he had 3 players as puppets. Man, the last time I saw a player sliding like that was when Ivan Perisic had Antonio Rudiger on his backside twice. Now, I know Roma versus Inter Milan is usually heated, and I guess Ivan Perisic figured he could get Rudiger to cool down a bit, because he's always very animated. So when they both got to the byline, Perisic took him on a quick ride, twice! Well, that seemed fun, unless you're Rudiger, that is. And as interesting as this looks, I don't think it beats the time. Coutinho gave a dude a quick tour of Anfield in 3 seconds. That body feint should be illegal, man. Whoa! Reminds me of the time Messi took the no camp into a skating ring just so he could ice a guy. 2015, the Champions League semifinals, Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, and this had a lot riding on it. For Messi, it was even more, because 1 year earlier, he'd lost the World Cup final to a German team that included Manuel Neuer and Jerome Boateng, and he was going to be facing both dudes on the same night. Now, Neuer even went ahead to say he was going to show Messi who's boss, and that's when Leo took it personally. So, he dished out revenge for 2, and had Jerome Boateng on blade skates and Manuel Neuer in a yoga pose mid-game. I gotta ask Boateng why he fell over like that, man. Epic meme content. Crazy thing is, most people remember this as Messi's most famous dribble from that season, but weeks back, he was also destroying another guy at the same venue. This time, it was the round of 16, and Messi's Barca team was up against Manchester City, and the City coach gave James Milner specific instructions to detail Messi all game. But you don't get close to Leo, because, in the end, he's gonna make you look stupid, and James Milner was going to find out firsthand. Dribble's so crazy, it made Pep think his beard disappeared. Pretty sure I know where Leo got this one from. His mentor back in the day, and the OG of dribbling, the Samba King himself. Back in the day, Ronaldinho was unstoppable. He always brought out a new trick every week, and had guys like me willing to break ankles the next weekend just to try it out. Towards the end of his career, Ronaldinho slowed down a bit, But that doesn't mean he lost his skills. And when Steven Gerrard tried to get close to him in a game versus England in 2009, well, let's just say he was slipping again. Yo, that nutmeg was filthy. When it comes to dribbling and skill moves, Brazilians are top tier. They've even got fullbacks like Marcelo and Dani Alves creating new skill moves against each other. 360 crazy angles! Told you these Brazilians are on smoke. And it gets even better when you realize they've got Neymar now. All through his career, my homeboy Neymar has been known for one thing: tearing defenders into shreds. See, when he got to PSG, some of the defenders of the league decided to start targeting him, just to get him to stop dribbling at them. But instead, this only made Neymar even more determined to beat them in 1v1s. In a league game for PSG, some dude from Strasbourg went way too hard on Neymar. And instead of acting back, well, Neymar decided he was just going to get one over him instead. Literally. Ouch. But you see, guys, there's this one time Neymar met his match in 2019 when Sadio Mane made him disappear. When Liverpool faced PSG in this Champions League group stage game, the entire world was watching. Liverpool had PSG on the back foot, and even Neymar realized he had to track back and help his team. So when Sadio Mane went speeding down the wing with the ball, Neymar squared up to him and got burned. Yeah, I think it's better if Neymar just stays up top instead. Mane lost him. At least Mane wasn't trying to embarrass him like Ronaldo and Ashley Cole. In 2004, when Manchester United and Arsenal clashed, it turned out to be an epic. See, United had a young Cristiano Ronaldo out of the talent factory, and he was the hottest young sensation in the league. But at left back, Arsenal had one of the best defenders in the world, Ashley Cole. This matchup had many opinions divided, because almost everyone thought Cole was going to do CR7 over. But the Portuguese superstar wasted no time in ending the discussion. Man, he had Cole popping ballerina in under 10 minutes. Insane! The Premier League has seen some pretty insane skill moves over the years, but this one from Adil Tarabt should have had him bagging jail time. Jeez, look at his teammates' reaction. That was everyone who watched this again. I haven't seen something that dirty since Messi came face to face with the guy people thought was going to dethrone him. In 2017, when Juventus and Barcelona faced, there was a lot of tension in the air. See, Messi had a dip in form, with injuries and a poor Copa America performance with Argentina, including missing a penalty kick in the final shootout defeat. Some of his critics thought his time at the top was coming to a halt, and that the next big thing in Argentine football was ready to take over. Paulo Dybala was having an amazing season with Juventus, and so when he and Messi came face to face, this was it. But Messi's eternal, man. And for all the guys hyping Dybala pregame, well, their man got a front row seat at just how good Messi's skill moves were. Didn't know they had ice boards at the Juve arena. Dybala completely lost his feet. Every skill move so far has been top tier. But you see, guys, when it comes to who the dribbling GOAT is, there's really only one winner, man. Because this dude legit had his opponent on his knees, begging him to stop. It was at this moment the entire football world knew Neymar was the next big thing. His opponent really went down and told him not to continue. And that epic moment caught on tape, it's electric. The only thing that ever had me on my knees like that was the time I begged my homeboy to share the link to Goal Zone. And because I never want to see you on your knees begging for awesome content, all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel, and that's it.